All right, Emma, this is your revision on the cat running and chasing the mouse. There's some improvements here. Let's start. I do have a few comments for you. Let's start with the run. Now, the run, the cat has a lot of mobility in the shoulders, and I feel like his shoulders are pinned to him, and he's doing this. So you want to, on the run cycle, you'd want to revise it because this drawing here, I mean, his shoulder blade. If you look at an animal, they have a rib cage, right? And there's a shoulder blade across it where there's the basically, whoops, where I just lost it. This is the shoulder, and then it's got a short little bone here that goes down to the elbow, and then its femur. Well, that would be the femur, the bicep, and the forearm, and then the things here. So what happens on an animal is that shoulder blade moves rapidly. I mean, it can stretch and move because there's no bone-to-bone connection from an animal's shoulder to its rib cage. It's floating on tendons. So there's a huge range of movement, which means what we see here is going to be reaching out and then going back, so that there's a lot of movement happening in there that you can do. Also going up and down, right? You see the shoulder blades going up and down on an animal. Even on a human, the bone that connects your shoulder to your body, to your skeletal structure, is your clavicle, right? It attaches here. It doesn't attach here. The shoulder is very mobile. So when you're animating, you want to have those things in mind, even on cartoons. I know you're trying to make him look a bit stubby, perhaps, maybe overweight, and so he can't run. But even then, there's going to be a little bit of motion there. I think more than what you've got. So you just want to work on the fluidity of the run cycle. It's nice that you got the stretch in the back leg going through, but I'd want a little more weight on it. Got to hold some more weight before it pushes off, but that's kind of a cute little drawing here of him getting off up here, and I like this fact that you got the back end staggered. That's very nice. This stop is kind of abrupt. I would want a sense of a slide or some sort of something that's making it difficult for him to stop on his own. I wouldn't have him hold here too long for him waiting to jump, because it feels like an eternity in this shot that he's sitting here waiting for the mouse to go up there and laugh at him before he jumps up. And I would maybe even want him closer to it, because I feel like the trajectory of the jump going like this is still too much for him to do, because he's trying to get up here, not here. And it feels like instead of him going like this, like he tried to go up here and fell here, it looks like he's intentionally trying to go there. And then he grabs on, and then he slides down. But here, the slide, it feels like his arms, which were once real tiny here, look how tiny these arms are. Even when they're stretched, they're not that long. And all of a sudden, his arms get very human, almost like very extended. Even the bottom legs, you want to watch the scale, because you're breaking the scale a little bit there. And this is kind of an awkward pose here with him like that. So if you had his feet like that and it was more of a rounded thing, that would feel a little bit better. If you really wanted to get it up here, you'd want to keep those proportions and keep it simple. But you got it a little bit too angular. The angularity's not helping you on that. And I would get him down. Somehow your scene got lengthened and he's spending a little bit too much time. I'm not sure what he's doing here, except you would want to animate some facial expressions here so we understand what's going on in his head, that he's struggling and not just hanging there, because we don't know what's happening there other than he's trying to hold on. And then he slides down and does a bounce, and look how big he is compared to where he was here, right? So you've got him quite big, and then he's stretching almost the whole length of the thing. He's really gotten big and lengthy, so the scale, I think, is not helping you. And you'd want to do more than just cycle and have his little hands going like that. He's really trying, but here it just looks like he's just toying with the mouse, laughing, or scratching or something. I'm not quite sure what, but you'd want more of a sense of, and in fact, you could just cut it here. Boom, he's down, and that's it. We don't need the rest for the sake of the scene. But it's cute what he's got, what the mouse is doing up here. You know, laughing at him with his fingers in his thumb is in his ears and the fingers waving. That's very cute. I like that. I like what he's doing. But, you know, this is an awkward position. And again, as I said on another review, whenever you're given a really good pose in character posing before you start a scene, you want to work with that. You want to use that to guide you in your animation decisions and not deviate from them, because if you deviate and you're wrong, then you got to go back and redo it all. So this, I would say, it was a nice exercise for you to do, but it would have been stronger had you tried to work with the posing on the pole that you were provided with. But you know, this is a good exercise for you.